Wake up, America. Illegal immigration hurts everybody. It empowers criminals, bankrolls human smugglers, and fuels transnational gangs. It costs both legal immigrants and U.S. citizens a shot at the American dream. Hey guys, Darian here with Uninfringed. Today we're going to talk about the recent Biden immigration bill that will potentially put 12 million or more illegal aliens on an 8-year fast track to getting United States citizenship. We all want DACA kids taken care of. Most of these children came here when they were really young, and this is the only home they know. And we fully sympathize with that. President Trump even offered to include mothers and fathers, upping the count to some 5 million people. But this still didn't make Pelosi and Schumer happy. They wanted the whole lot included. The whole lot being, well, every illegal alien in America. Well, the left got their way. Vice President Kamala Harris told Univision just last week that the immigration bill would be the first order of business and will be about creating a pathway for people to earn citizenship. She said that the pathway would be 8 years long. So is this wrong? Wake up, America. DACA was supposed to be for the kids, not a pass for how many people can we put on the bus to come take nice resources from the greatest country in the world, all at the expense of the people who were supposed to be there in the first place. According to Biden, part of the deal will be that they, quote, need to pay their taxes and pass a background check. The only time I ever heard Biden talking about background checks was in the same sentence as guns. Do you really think they're going to be kicking anyone out now? Now for the real news. This tells the world that America is open. Open for anybody who can climb, run, swim, crawl, or be thrown over the border. Remember the migrant caravans coming from South America into Mexico trying to cross into Tijuana? Well, guess what? They're forming again. A couple of weeks ago, two groups of more than 3,000 Honduran migrants pushed into Guatemala, headed for the United States. Do you think Biden will hold them at the border for years until their court dates come through, or let them in? Wake up, America. Biden isn't stopping anybody at the border. And if you didn't know how this works, each immigrant is given a court date upon entering the United States, often being up to 2 to 3 years in the future. What percent of people do you think actually show up for these dates 3 years later? I mean, as a famous president once said, probably only the low IQ ones, which happens to be just less than 1%. The rest just disappear into the American cities and rob citizens of jobs by taking work for pennies if paid in cash. So, no jobs, no taxes paid, and oh yeah, no insurance. And every illegal alien actually has the perfect health insurance plan. It's called going into the emergency room because you can't be turned away. Just wait until that baby's due or someone's so sick they can hardly stand and they walk right in to the most expensive and best healthcare available in the first world. Lastly, let's look at the border wall. President Trump promised he would complete 400 miles of border wall before the end of his first term. 3 weeks ago, we passed the 400-mile mark. Trump's strong stance on illegal immigration has reduced illegal crossings by 70%. And during 2020, law enforcement seized over 100,000 pounds of cocaine, 83,000 pounds of meth, and 2,700 pounds of fentanyl. This is not an accident. This is the vision of President Trump. But what vision does Biden have? Wake up, America. Illegal immigration hurts everybody. It empowers criminals, bankrolls human smugglers, and fuels transnational gangs. It costs both legal immigrants and U.S. citizens a shot at the American dream. It endangers law enforcement officers, makes our communities less stable, and puts law-abiding workers and businesses at a disadvantage. Now that Biden is in office, he has halted construction on the border wall. There are still some 450 miles under contract, and yes, the contracts all have clauses that allow them to be broken, but with penalties. No one just walks away, especially not from a government contract. America will still pay billions to get out of these agreements. And for what? Just to have nothing built, just to keep our border open and porous to the world for them to flood in. America, we are at a turning point. President Trump just got on the Air Force One a couple of weeks ago for his last trip to Mar-a-Lago. And he did more for this country than most people are really ever going to realize. But now with Biden stepping in, what are we headed for? Check out our next segment when we discuss the possible effect of Joe Biden on the economy, the Second Amendment, our personal liberties in general, and much, much more. I'm Darian, and this is Uninfringed. Please smack that like and subscribe button and comment for us.